we had done a reduction reaction in which we had used Wolff-Kishner reduction. Aldehydes react with hydrazine. Now see another reduction in which directly in presence of zinc amalgam and HCl, the molecule changes into an alkane. This is an alkane and containing the same number of carbon atoms as we had taken earlier. So similarly, if I take acetone which contains 3 carbon atoms, I'll get propane. So zinc amalgam in presence of HCl also gives alkane, and the name of the reaction is Clemmensen's reduction. Another reduction takes place when an aldehyde reacts with HI in presence of red phosphorus. Again, same number of carbon atoms, alkane will be formed. Here iodine will be liberated with water. H and O gives you water and I iodine. Similarly, when you complete this reaction, you have 3 carbon atoms here. So it will give you propane, H2O and iodine. I'm doing a very important reaction which is called aldol condensation. Now aldol condensation forms an aldol. Aldol is the product which contains both aldehyde and alcoholic group. That's why the name is aldol. So it's given by those aldehydes and ketones which have alpha hydrogen atom. Alpha hydrogen atom is a hydrogen atom which is next to the functional group. In this case, CO is the functional group. Next to it is this carbon atom which is an alpha carbon atom. If hydrogens are present on this, we will say it contains alpha hydrogen atom. Supposing the compound that we are using is CCl3CHO, then this is the alpha carbon atom but does not contain any hydrogens. So such a compound will not give aldol condensation. So important thing is that it must contain alpha hydrogen atom. Now two molecules condense together. I have taken self aldol, means both the molecules are same, and just consider this one as HCH2. CH3 I have split into HCH2 and shift this hydrogen atom here. So if this moves here, it becomes OH. So starting from here, I am writing CH3CH, CH3CH, and this has changed into OH. At this point only CH2 is left, so CH2CH and O. And the reaction takes place in presence of dilute NaOH. Very important to write in the reaction. Similarly, if I take 2 ketones and the ketone, same way, you will shift this hydrogen atom here. Start writing from here CH3CCH3 as such, OH here, and then CH2 will be left here, CH2C, CH3 and O. Again, in presence of dilute NaOH, this reaction will take place. If the reaction says cross aldol, meaning there are 2 different compounds, so we'll take one aldehyde and another as a ketone. So again I split this into H and CH2. H shifts here, so it becomes CH3, CH3, CH, OH because this has changed into OH. CH2 is left here, CH2, C double bond O, CH3. So the name will become 4-hydroxy, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 4-hydroxy bute 2O. Name of this compound, the first one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3-hydroxy bute 1-al or butanal. The next reaction is called Cannizaro's reaction. It is given by those aldehydes which do not contain alpha hydrogen atom. So opposite of what we were doing earlier, which in aldol condensation alpha hydrogen atom is necessary, here it should not contain alpha hydrogen atom. So HCHO and C6H5CHO do not contain alpha hydrogen atom. How? This is the carbon atom, this is the functional group. Next to it there is no carbon atom, so obviously no hydrogen atoms. So formaldehyde does not contain alpha hydrogen atom. Similarly, when I write on the ring CHO, that means I have removed hydrogen from here. This is CH, 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 CH and CH. This is how the benzene ring is. When I remove this hydrogen, then I attach CHO. That means next to the functional group is alpha carbon, but this does not contain hydrogen. So such a compound is able to give Kenny-Zaro's reaction. So given by those aldehydes which do not contain alpha hydrogen atom, both these do not contain. It is an oxidation reduction reaction in which one molecule gets oxidized and the other gets reduced. When you learn this, the equation will become easy. Now see here, I have taken two molecules of formaldehyde. One gets oxidized, alcohol aldehyde acid. That means on oxidation, this is going to change into an acid. Whereas this compound on reduction will move back and change into an alcohol. So one molecule gets oxidized. So I've written HCOONA because NaOH is also reacting. So actually the acid form was formic acid, but reacting with NaOH made sodium formate. And this is one carbon atom. So one carbon atom on reduction changed into an alcohol, which is methanol. If I had taken the other molecule, C6H5CHO, then one molecule gets oxidized, C6H5COONA, benzoic acid, and with sodium becomes sodium benzoate. And on reduction, it changes into an alcohol. Be careful that when you write an alcohol, it should be C6H5CH2OH. So this is CH2OH, not C6H5OH, which is phenol. So C6H5CH2OH alcohol is formed. If I look at cross Kenny-Zaro's reaction, that means one molecule of formaldehyde, one molecule of benzaldehyde, and concentrated NaOH. Very, very important that we write concentrated NaOH. So one molecule gets oxidized, the other gets reduced. So the formaldehyde gets oxidized into sodium formate. The larger alkyl group changes into an alcohol. So C6H5CH2OH is the alcohol. So this is getting reduced into an alcohol. Next reaction is benzoin condensation. Now benzoin condensation is done by aromatic aldehydes in presence of alcoholic KCN. Again, very important. Out of these three, one will definitely be in your question paper. So this is like aldol condensation, although this compound does not contain alpha hydrogen atom but undergoes a reaction which is similar to aldol condensation. So I have shifted this hydrogen atom here. So starting from C6H5CH, this O has changed into OH, so I've written here OH. Then since I had shifted from here, I'll have to write this way. C double bond O first, then C6H5. C double bond O, then C6H5. This is known as benzoin.